I really want to introduce someone who has been a friend of Plainfield, someone who's been a friend of the President, someone who has fought very hard and led the way to ensure that all of us, people who need health care, are able to access the health care system. And so I want to introduce to you none other than the Honorable Congressman for the 6th Congressional District, Congressman Frank Pallone.
Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Amelia, also for inviting me to your house. It's such a wonderful place, and I love all the African art and everything else. What Adrian said is true about working so hard for me in Plainfield. I have to say, when I had the Tea Party candidate run against me last year, you know, for the first time in Monmouth County, which is my home county, I actually lost. And that night we were at the headquarters, and everybody was all worried because we had lost Monmouth County by 3,000 votes. And I was coming to the I call it a victory party because it was, from Plainfield, and everybody in Monmouth County, I walked in, their heads were all down. I said, don't worry, I said, I just came from Plainfield, and we won by 7,000 to 8,000 votes, so you can forget about that, So I really appreciate the fact that what you did in 2010. I can't emphasize it enough. But I just wanted to say, I know that tonight is a kickoff for the presidential campaign, and I feel good about it. I really do think that Obama's going to win. You know, we say we can't take anything for granted.
That's right.
You know, Republicans are out there. You know, people make fun of Romney because he's been all over the place. We talk about health care reform. I remember being at the hearing, and we modeled the health care reform bill nationally on the bill that he signed in Massachusetts. But now he's saying he wants to repeal it. So the problem is that, you know, I don't have to tell you the problem. The problem is that Romney's all over the lot, and I don't think anybody knows what he stands for. But you just never know. I mean, they're going to work hard. They're going to come together on the other side, and they're going to try to defeat President Obama. So we have to work harder than ever. I don't have to tell you, because I saw the numbers in 2008 for the president, and they were just overwhelming. But we still can't take anything for granted. And I'll just say, you know, in terms of the legacy of Dr. King and how it relates, his legacy is more relevant than ever. You know, I think some people forget. Of course, he was a civil rights advocate, and he was also an opponent of the Vietnam War, and there were so many other things that he talked about. But one of the things that he talked about was jobs and economic equality, and the fact that people needed good jobs and they had to have good benefits, whether that was, you know, health care, or it was pensions, or it was, you know, housing, and that those things were very important as well. And you know, I think that on the national level, now that the House is in Republican hands, they've completely forgotten that, or they just don't believe in that. They don't believe that, you know, that part of the country's obligation is to create economic opportunity, whether it's education, or it's housing, or it's health care. And so there's a lot at stake in this election, not only in terms of the president, but also Senator Menendez and the Congress. We need to take the Congress back, because when Obama gets reelected, he's got to have a Democratic Congress too, otherwise it's just going to be a stalemate. I'll leave you with that, but I just want to thank you. I'm not going away, Adrian. I'm still your congressman for another year.
That's right.
And I don't plan to disappear after that. You'll see me in Plainfield, so don't ever hesitate to ask me for help or anything that you do. Thanks a lot. Thank you.